Yeah, good morning. This is going to be a short one, a nice short video, I promise. Today, September the 15th, it's a year ago today that I've got cobweb in my hair. A year ago today I found out I've got cancer. A year ago. When I found out, I honestly thought that the end of the world had come. I got advanced stage 4 prostate cancer, if you've been following me. Apparently it's incurable, but I don't believe that. Anyway, it was a year ago today that I found myself wandering around a hospital in a complete daze after having a blood test the day before. I had to come back for some other reason. I was in constant agony and pain, like I can't believe. My back had 2 fractures in it, which at the time I didn't know, and it was on the verge of collapsing, and I was working through all that and struggling so badly. And it sounds really strange, but on September the 15th last year, they called me, this hospital called me, and I was actually still at the hospital because I got into a state of where I didn't know what to do, didn't know where to go home. I didn't really know what to do. I was in such a mess that I was in such a mess that I couldn't really focus on one thing. I couldn't do anything, and the pain was just awful. Anyone who's had it will know. They'll know. And I was kind of kept hanging around a few hours, and then a couple of nurses started to chat to me. Said we're really concerned about your scan results. I think it's when they got my MRI back from the week before. And the next thing I know, I'm being wheeled into a cancer ward. The Macmillan Cancer Ward, or the St Lawrence Ward at Gillingham in Kent, in the UK. And it hit me. At that point, I think I'd missed all the... I think you do. I don't think you want to listen to someone telling you what you don't want to hear. So I kind of missed all the hints that it was serious. And little did I know, until that moment, when I looked up and saw the sign, I'm going into a cancer ward, and I'm thinking, they don't put people in here for no reason. That it hit me, and that was 365 days ago. My world stopped dead for a little while. Where'd you go? You know, where do you think? I didn't know. There's no training on this. There's no manual that tells you how to deal with it. I have my own methods, which I'm going to share very quickly. But I'm just really here to say that was the end of the world. And yet this is a year later. I'm relatively healthy in terms of my ability to be a human being. You know, I can go to work. I can't do anything too strenuous. I'm an ambulance instructor. I can do that. The medication keeps me relatively pain-free. And I've come to terms with the tiredness. The fatigue is kind of like I've got over it. So I'm saying that anyone that's watching this that may have a diagnosis like that, it isn't the end of the world. Believe me, you can't say that. Morning. You can't say that. You can't tell yourself it's all over, it's the end of the world, that's it, my life's gone. I've got 2 young children. yeah, I've got reasons to fight, good reasons. And I think that's what the message is today. Yeah, look, I'm walking 11,000 steps. I go to work an hour and a half early every day this month just to get up and do it because I can. And I'm not saying it's easy, but I can. Morning.
Morning.
And I'm so grateful the fact that I can do that. It's unreal. It really is. Where I seriously, a year ago today, never thought I'd be able to do anything. I didn't think I'd be able to go back to work. Yeah, I just thought I was going to die. Yeah. I buried my head in the sand for a few weeks before I was brave enough to read up about what I had. My wife knew, my family knew, they all knew the stuff. I just kind of pretended it was, I've called it early, all that stuff. It's okay, everything will be okay. But it was advanced, it's aggressive, and the person that told me that was after I had I can't remember what you call them now, but some invasive, I can't remember what you called it, but anyway. I was going to say it's an autopsy, it's very similar. Where they take samples anyway from places you don't want to know. That the oncologist said that it's it's on a score of 9 out of 10. Okay, and it's progressive, and that was a year ago. They don't particularly like to give times. When I asked him what was my outcome, and with a bit of pressure, he went minimum, worst case scenario 2 years. Well, I've done half of that. Best case 5 years. Well, that's a fifth of that done. But you know,
average pace.
I don't believe that now. I don't believe it. I don't think anyone should ever find that out, because all you think about is that time. You're counting it down otherwise. So the best thing I think anyone can do, if you've just been diagnosed, is, for God's sake, don't try and find out what time you got left, because no one knows. No one is that. They're not God, and they make a lot of mistakes. People, your body is completely unique, and how you deal with cancer is unique to each person. You're not someone. You're not just a body. You're a living miracle, and you may deal with it completely different. So that's what I'm saying. Don't ever think it's all over. Don't throw your hat in. Just keep believing that you're always going to live through this, that you're going to survive. And because I just strongly believe that your mind has so much more power than you perhaps realise. Now, you tell yourself it's the end of the world. It will be the end of the world. It will become the end of the world. And that's the way it is. That's the way the mind works. What you tell yourself, you become. You tell yourself that over and over again, your body just accepts that. But if you keep telling yourself that you're going to beat it, that you're okay, I'm going to deal with this in a positive way as I can. And that's what I did. I started to just become more positive. I started to talk to people. I started when I was in the hospital. I made it my mission to speak to every single person I met and chat with them, even if they were having a really crap day. I got known as the sort of person to come and talk to. Even the cleaners in the hospital used to come and have a chat with me in the morning. And the nurses used to come in and we'd have a bit of a laugh. And then that's the only way you can play this out. If you just lay down and give up, it will kill you. Because it's very good at that. But if you have to change your whole self. You have to reinvent yourself. You have to become a different person. You almost have to kind of lie to yourself a lot in ways that you haven't done before. You tell yourself everything's going to be okay over and over again. And something inside your body listens. I'm pretty sure. You know? So, I don't know if this helps anyone. I really hope it does. I don't do these videos to laugh. I do them because I genuinely care. And I know that there are thousands of frightened people out there in the same situation as me. Whether it's prostate cancer, breast cancer, lung, all the cancers, they're all, you know, no one wants to hear that word told to them. It's everyone's nightmare. Yet you can switch it around. I've had, if I take out everything, if I take out the scans and things like that, I've had a damn good year. I've learned to love everyone. I've learned to love the world. I've become at peace with the world, and I've discovered my children. Isn't that sad? It takes cancer to do that. You know, I've discovered my mum and dad. I've got a relationship that I didn't have before with my sister. All those kind of things that I've made. Yeah, I've just done my best to do that, and I want to share that if you just go out there and try and treat every day, in any situation you can, find a positive in it. Find something good in the bad. Do your best to be kind to people, because kindness is a massive, I think it's like taking an anti-cancer tablet. Be kind. And be grateful for what you have, not what you don't have. Don't be grateful for don't sit there thinking that, why me? Because that's the first thing that everyone does. But try and change that around. Look at it as an opportunity, and there's an opportunity to do something. You could change the world a little bit by just being kind every day. Just changing the world a bit at a time will change you. And I think you need to change. This is my opinion. No doctor will tell me any different, but you need to reinvent yourself to beat this. You need to become a different person. If you stay the same person, this is what probably caused, I don't know, I think what cancer's caused by the things you tell yourself over the years, the stuff you believe, the constant worry and stress of life. There's no reason for it, and you know, all the bad things we tell ourselves rarely happen, very rarely happen, and that's what I want to say. Anyone that's just discovered that they have cancer, then yeah, I don't know, just look at me, take my example, and yeah, you have to fight to hold on, okay? You just got to keep fighting, and you've just got to beat it with your mind, and believe in everything that's done to you, your medication, everything around you. And there are ways, I'm sure, that you can do this. I'm sure this is the way forward for cancer, is we've got to change ourselves, become the different person. You're not the same body. You know, body changes all the time. Every cell in your body regenerates and changes, and why can't your cancer cells do the same? Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. And I sincerely do hope if it helps one person, I don't know, let me know. If you find it helpful, you know, I'll do more of this stuff. I really just want to help people. Okay. So just enjoy life the best you can. You know, those curveballs will come. Okay, you just smash them back out the park. That's all you got to do. Okay, I'll speak to you again another day. Bye for now.